Okay, so it has been a really really hard time to when I just lost myself to games, comics, and surfing Facebook. And then I realized that what is the reason for me for surfing the Facebook? I said that I want to develop my YouTube channel, but what is the result? It's nothing. I want to grow my group. It's nothing. So why don't I just stop using Facebook for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks? So okay, I think that I'm gonna stop mhm, using Facebook for a couple of days, or maybe a long time. Maybe I'm not gonna use it anymore until I fix my laptop. And yeah, that is a pretty good idea for me though. And okay, and now I'm gonna do the 10 minutes speaking, and I have to go back to my most powerful moment that just focus on studying. I have to do that. Otherwise, I have nothing. Otherwise, I have nothing. So I have to really focus on what I'm doing, right? So let's get back. So let's get back to work. Let's study. Let's try more. Let's go for my dream. So just do it. We've all been that. There's tasks that you need to get done. You go to work, you go to the gym, or at home, or meditating. And consistency, you keep procrastinate. Why? This year I'm going to cover the 9 reasons people procrastinate and the 9 solutions that are proven to work to help you to overcome. The first one is you start your day by setting yourself up for failure and not success. Find the best way to start your day. To start your day. For me, the first thing I do is for my bed. Meditate and press play on my audio book. So while I'm brushing my teeth and look in the mirror, I've waited the last 2 minutes in my day. As soon as I've got started, to start how I mean to go on. So, so I'm not waiting 2 3 hours, 5 6 7 o'clock to salvage my day. The second reason is yourself to failure by not having a plan. Before you go to the bed, the most important you can do it is a plan. What you're doing tomorrow when you wake up. Not having a plan, what happens? You work haphazardly into the day, and immediately you're distracted, become an effect of the world rather than the cause of your world. This is all kind of random factor that will affect you. Somebody asks you for a favor, your friend calls the distractions everywhere. You need to navigate them. And the best way that you can avoid procrastination is having a very clear plan. The third reason, it links to the first one. You have your plan, but you don't schedule. You just certify it by you write your plan down and you certify you feel like you already want. But you haven't decided to go in your day. Where you write space of your calendar, you're going to meet. You're going to get that done. You don't think through how long is it going, and only do you underestimate how long it's going to take. So let's say the 10 minutes speaking. No, the advertisement. don't commit. When you have the clarity of when it's going to happen, now it's going to happen, why, and why is important to you, it's going to get done. By leaving something to change, by having some wiggle room, you're making it more likely that you're going to procrastinate. Leave no stone unturned. Make it very clear. So all you have to do is step into your running shoes, open the door, and go for tomorrow that you know you want to do. The fourth one is to don't put yourself in the in productive environment. Be real. Are you going to get the book written? Are you going to get the assignment done by sitting in your pajamas again and working from home? Working from somewhere where it's comfortable. Very productive if you go to the WhatsApp group, you visit your other people to run the next chapter of the blog or your book. What is the most productive environment around you? Who are the productive people that you know that you can approach yourself to so that you get what you need to do? Number 5, distracting technology, distracting people and places. What I mean by this is that so many times where I love my family, but they're the biggest distraction sometimes. I'm sitting on my laptop, I have my phone, so I'm focusing on something. But a funny video they want me to watch. That's a random question that really I need to answer right now. And so what happens? My intention is wrong. Here, and it takes another 20 minutes sometimes for me to get back to my flow, and that the fact really, it wasn't my family. It was me. I know what I could do. I don't know what I could do coffee shop down, which is the bus stop, or sitting in the car or cafe at my local gym. Number 6 is you have affordance, particular type of task. I notice go I start talking to my friend. Public task. It's me time to do that long combined return. What am I doing? I'm creating this narrative that there are sometimes some tasks that I like doing and some tasks that are long. But I dissect that, what does it really mean? What if just make a really simple thing? What if it's true that really 2-hour task that requires a couple of hours, a bit of focus is done? So do you see the another advertisement? In this task, there is a problem. It's a way that I mentally set myself up to avoid it, and thereby creating more inertia, more challenges to getting things done. Which reduce obstacles, things become much easier and I'm less likely to procrastinate on your own task list. The things that you want to get done, to be more productive, to be more disciplined, to build better habits, and ultimately improve yourself. It's a thing that are kind of boring but need to get done, that you put up with excuses, this excuse that's long, it can't be bothered. Instead, when you just focused on solution, but what could make it easier? How is it really take? Is it really bad as you're making out? Number 7 is the default lemon procrastinator. When you become to make video, when you come to writing a funding application, come to sending a message to the people I care about. There's so many times where perfectionism has gotten in the way. And I constantly remind myself, done is better than none. Really is better than perfect. So take a look at things you want to achieve. From big goals, right out to the tiny tasks. Where does perfectionism get in your way? And what if you stopped trying to be perfect and you started being consistent? You start focusing on taking the checkbox, completing tasks, rather than trying to make them too perfect. Because at the end of the day, doing things to 70% but consistently and completely better than 100% some of the time. Number 8, you don't see the point. You don't see the point in this task because somebody else has said it for you, or just what you've always done. Take a look at the task. Take a look at that item, the thing you want to get done, and ask yourself, why are you doing that? What's it on for you? Was it something that wasn't appealing straight? Well, wait, the reason that you come up with look deeper. Why am I avoiding this task that my college has set for me? Because that my colleague has set for me, because I'm kind of annoyed that they didn't ask if I want to do this. And why am I not about that? Because I didn't stand up for myself, really communicate effectively. I thought to help you out, but I have enough on my plate. So think through, why is that we are engaging in this task? What benefit, if not immediately, clearly does it have for you? And then final one, you haven't prioritized properly. I really think of all the tasks that people said for me, and I said to myself as belonging in 4 categories: urgent, very important, kind of important, and it can wait. The things that can wait, normally set up by other people. Can you pick up some milk for me? Yeah, you can. But once you complete the things that were important to me, the urgent things, I need to stand an invoice to get paid. I need to pay someone in my company. Prioritizing and knowing what this task sits for me is something that I need just delete. It's something that I need to delegate. It's something that I need to do. And if so, well, by setting time aside and knowing which category, with priority brackets evolve for you. The judge of the to-do list. You create more space, more mental freedom to get things done. So that is the end of this video for today, and that is a pretty good video, I believe so. And yeah, I have to change right now. I have to change from the person. I have to change immediately after the break, the March break. So what I mean is, I have to try really hard to just set up all of my stuff in my laptop again, and then back in making videos, back in doing math, and just back in practicing English and French. So that's the thing that I really want to do. Okay, so bye guys, have a really good day. That I have to change. Because the reason why I go here, because I want to have a better environment, and the reason why I started to learn English is because I want to have good mark for next year. Okay, and the reason I stopped myself from reading comics, playing games, is because I thought that there are bad things that they cannot help me improve myself, so I just stopped them. But the reason why I started it again, because I'm procrastinating about myself, so I have to put away, go back to myself in the super famous moment, the super shining moment, to change me, to transform from this kind of person into the best version of myself. So I have to try really hard. I have to back up, stand up, and work myself. I cannot sit here anymore. I cannot just focus on the other people. I have to do it by myself because I want to have good marks. I want to have good grades for myself to go into the universities. So that's my goal. And I have to stand up and do it. It's rather than sit here and just say blah 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 blah. I have to stand up and do for myself. I have to work for myself. So that's the thing that I want to say for today. Okay, so bye guys. Have a really good day.